Check, check, check. Our microphones are on. Are we rolling?
See me rolling.
Do you put our Good America F1 song on, or are we doing this?
Not until your brother does what he's supposed to do.
Call him later. Don't hold your microphone. It looks weird.
You look weird.
No, you look weird.
No, you look weird.
No, you look weird.
You look weirder.
No, I'm Uncle Mike. I don't look weirder.
No, you do. Because that one hair is out of place right there.
There's one hair.
One hair is out of place.
Like,
oh, we're on camera. Oh, sorry.
Oh, never mind.
Welcome to America F1. And this GP had everything. It had the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's what I'm talking about. It had passing.
Bahrain, it's Bahrain.
Well, so it is Bahrain because I heard the people, the announcers kept going Bahrain.
Those
Bahrain,
are
Bahrain.
stupid British people who ruin the English language.
So I should say Bahrain. Okay,
it's Bahrain.
Is it really Bahrain?
Yes.
But I heard everyone saying Bahrain.
But he's going to put it up here on the board.
I heard everyone saying Bahrain. I was saying Bahrain before, but once I heard all the British people saying Bahrain, I was like, it's Bahrain.
Follow the British. We hate the British here at America F1. So let's move on.
This GP had everything.
Not really.
It had passing. It had penalties. It had max radio drama. It had unnecessary safety cars.
This snooze fest. Piastri won the race on the first lap and at the end.
No. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He knows not what he does or what he's saying. And we're going to talk about it all here at where, Mike?
America F1.
Yeah, America F1. America F1. It's a golden run. America F1.
Mike, where are my chips and salsa?
Well, I got chips for him, but he didn't place an order for salsa. He doesn't understand it takes 24 hours to make proper salsa.
Mike makes the third best salsa I ever had.
First best salsa.
The first best is my wife. She makes really good salsa.
Good answer. Good answer.
Okay. The second best is a Mexican restaurant that's no longer with us.
Which one?
It used to be on Polk Street. When I used to live on Polk and Union, it was the block up, and their salsa was fire. But they're closed down now, so I guess we should move you up to second place.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so Mike's salsa is second place.
If they don't exist anymore, then they can't be on the list.
I guess they can't.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. So Mike's makes the second best salsa. My wife makes the first best salsa, but yet he made chips with no damn salsa.
I'm on a diet.
Why?
We're getting into Samui shape.
Yeah, I gotta get. Hey, I was in the gym today.
You gotta stop eating though. That's the deal. The gym's only about 10%.
So, speaking of getting into the gym, Ollie Berman.
What did Ollie Berman do?
He qualified 20th
and finished 10th.
But
because of the safety car.
But the driver of the day was one Sir Lewis Hamilton, who qualified 9th and finished 5th. Let's go through the top 10 finishers, and you can complain about them.
All right.
Like nobody else can. You got cold in your eye?
No, I'm good.
You got something in your eye?
I got a little hangover. Me and the boys went out after work last night.
I'm getting in the shape.
I'm not drinking.
I'm drinking more vodka. I'm getting in the shape drinking more vodka.
Anyways, I only ate one meal yesterday, so it's all good.
Only one meal? What was it, a liquid meal?
No, I had rice and like this beef thing that was horrible, but it was free. So it was the first time the chefs dropped the ball on the family meal in a long time.
So Ollie Berman finished in 10th, and Esteban Ocon finished in 8th. I think
Ocon finished in 8th.
He finished in 8th.
Wow,
that's
double like a W.
Points.
That's a W
for the Haas team. I think Komatsu deserves a raise.
He's probably getting paid bank. What are you
He needs a raise, man, because look at the turnaround that this team has made since they had Gunther.
Well, Gunther was a good principal, but
Komatsu's a lot better.
I don't know if he's a lot better.
I think so.
Their car's better, and they don't have Schumacher and Mazepin crashing every other race. Their cars have been developed, which they weren't for a while. That wasn't Gunther's fault. But Gunther had a falling out with Gene Haas. That's why he's not there anymore. That's what that was all about.
I like the pickup of Ocon too because it's like a barometer. It's like here is Ocon, a Formula One race winner, and then now
Lucky
you can.
Win.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
Was he in the right place at the right time to win?
Didn't a bunch of people crash for him to win?
Was he in the right place at the right time to win?
Like I said,
is his name down in the history books as a Formula One race winner?
In the history books, it'll say W.
Thank
Correct.
you. All right. So he's a great barometer for Ollie Berman to see how he develops.
Did Berman have a hiccup in Q1?
Berman had a hiccup all over. He fucking qualified 20th.
Oh, I know, but it's like, did his car break or did he do something wrong?
Yeah, he did something wrong.
Did he
qualified 20th.
Oh, okay, there you go. No, but did he make a mistake in qualifying?
He made lots of mistakes. That's why.
Okay, there you go. Never mind.
He didn't crash. Yeah, he didn't crash, if that's what you're asking.
But we had the stupid safety car in the middle of the race, which negated Norris's 5-second penalty and brought Max back into it because they lost 10 seconds in their pit stop.
They had some horrible pit stops, Red Bull, and that was because the light, transponder wasn't working.
What didn't work?
Right?
Yeah, and then they, if you saw it later, they had a handheld one where the guy pressed the button so it would go. Maybe we need to go back to the lollipop guy. That's what one of the announcers was saying.
Oh, the lollipop stick. I'll do that job.
No, fuck that.
Why?
Why? Are you crazy?
Why?
The guy lights up the tires and drives into you. That's a genius.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember that happened before, didn't it?
Yes. Multiple times.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, being on the pit crew is not a safe job.
No, you know what job is? I saw one Red Bull girl, and she was in the pit crew, and all she does is get any debris out of the wing. Yeah. That's her job. I saw it.
Because they can have as many people on the pit crew, I think, as they want.
So that's a cool job. She's not picking up the tires. She's not using the gun. She's not really in the way of the car. She's just... Remember, she has a little brush, she moves the debris.
They only have 1, 2 to get it right. That's how fast a pit stop is in Formula 1.
And Red Bull...
They dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball for once. They're usually so
What's weird is the Williams team usually has the best pit stops. Traditionally. I don't know why. I think
Williams didn't do well in this race at all.
The pit stops, though?
They didn't finish the race. They weren't in the top 10. Albon wasn't in, and neither was Sainz.
Their car's not very good.
No, but Sainz had qualified in the top 10.
Yeah, but you have to finish in the top 10. Who cares where you qualify at?
So, Ollie Berman, back to him. He finished 10th. Good race by Ollie. Okay. The safety car helped him, obviously.
Helped a lot of people. Hurt a lot of people.
But
mostly helped people.
He was in the right place at the right time. He made some great passes, which you never saw really on television because the director, and a lot of people are complaining on F1 Twitter about the director of the Bahrain Grand Prix. They're saying...
Bahrain. It's not Bahrain. It's
Bahrain.
Up here,
Bahrain.
Sherman's going to
put Bahrain.
Bahrain. With all the English stuff to it. Okay, come on, chop. What's
Okay, so in 9th place and qualifying 10th was my guy, the main man, the myth, the legend, Yuki! Baby Godzilla.
I give him 2 races and then I'm going to put Hajar in the car.
You owe me $1 because I told you that Yuki was going to finish in the top 10.
Did I?
That's right. Get up. Pay up, you cheap bastard.
We'll go double or nothing on something else.
Again?
Yeah.
All right. You don't have nothing to say about Yuki. I do. In a car that didn't brake, that didn't turn, that was horrible to drive, the little Yuki bear, my baby Godzilla, finished in 9th place.
Where did he finish?
That's right. He's the first. Hey, we're not talking about Japan. We're talking about Bahrain.
Didn't he finish behind the other
We're not talking about Japan.
Didn't he?
We're not talking about Japan.
But he finished behind the Toro Rosso, right?
We are not talking about Japan.
Okay.
We are talking about the one Bahrain Grand Prix where one little
Finally
Yuki...
he says it right. You did say it right that time. Anyways.
Where one little Yuki Bear Baby Godzilla Sonata showed everybody why he is the only driver other than Max Verstappen to score points in the Red Bull. And speaking of my little Yuki Bear, I think Liam Lawson might find his way all the way out of Formula One pretty soon. He is freaking horrible.
Yeah, they're going to send Yuki back to the Toro Rosso.
They're not going to do that.
They're
not going to do that. Don't start with me.
What?
Don't start with talking
There's already rumors on the internet.
You make up these rumors
I don't
on
make
your
up
own.
rumors.
Oh my God,
on
you
the
make up
internet.
these rumors on your own.
Helmut Marko has already said that there's.
He did not say that.
Yes,
he loves
did.
Yuki.
No, he doesn't. He loves the $20 million that Honda gave Red Bull. That's
Why
what
do
he
you
loves.
make up these rumors?
I didn't make it up. I read it.
And I asked you.
I don't know where
I
it's
said,
at. Go
show
look.
me. And then you couldn't show me. Because you make shit up.
I don't make shit
You make
up.
shit up. And you try to make it stick.
Yuki Tsunoda qualifies out of the top 10 in the next race. He's going to be out of the car.
You already owe me $1. You want to make it double or nothing?
Okay.
Just on that one.
Okay.
Yuki
When's
Bear.
the next race?
Next week. This week coming up.
What's the race? What's the track?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, he's done. He's done. He's going to crash the car. That's my prediction.
I don't like you very much. I don't know why I do this with you all the time. I just don't know why.
He's going to
You
crash the car.
don't like Yuki. I can't.
I have no problem with Yuki.
I
You
can't.
guys like Yuki as a person. He's fine, but he's not a Formula One driver.
He
Sorry.
is.
Nope.
Yuki's so good.
No, he's not.
He's fast.
No, he's not.
That's why he's in the Red Bull.
He
And he looks
wobbles.
great in the white Red Bull jumpsuit. He looks great.
Okay.
He looks awesome.
Okay. He
Yuki,
still is not a Formula One driver.
I am defending you. And because Mike's hair is out of place,
I have
he
one hair.
knows not what he does. He knows not what he do. He knows not. And finishing in 8th place, and qualifying 14th, won Esteban Ocon.
He'll be out of Formula One next year. That's my prediction.
You are a harsh, evil little troll.
He's not a very
There's
good driver
no
either.
way. What?
Berman's going to wax him this year. I'm telling you. And Berman's a rookie, so he shouldn't wax a veteran driver. He's going to wax him this year. I guarantee it. You heard it here first on America F1.
Is your hair on fire today?
What do you mean?
Is there any brain matter inside that head of yours? You gotta be kidding me right now.
The rumors are going to start. When the rumors start in Formula One about somebody, it's like,
dude,
it's going to happen.
Okay. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody.
You think ladies watch this show? Oh, wait, no, my girlfriend watches this
your
show.
girlfriend watches it.
That's
My
why we
wife
got the
watches
picture
it.
on the back.
There's a couple women that watch it. Actually, you can go to the analytics. Yeah, we have women that watch the show.
Really? Okay.
But they probably watch it for your hair.
That's a good point.
Because you have good hair. Except
at least I'm good at something.
Those parts are out of place. Not enough hair gel.
Anyways.
But Esteban Ocon did a fabulous job. Of course, he
got lucky because of the safety
got
car.
lucky.
He would have finished 14th probably.
So many people got lucky.
I know. If Alonso didn't get lucky, he finished 16th.
Alonso, that car is a dog. Though.
Yeah, they're not developing that car for sure.
Aston Martin car is horrible.
It's last year's car. It's just like the Red Bull.
Yeah, they haven't put...
The Red Bull's hilarious. It's like, this car is 90% new. It's like, no, it's the exact same car you brought to the last race last year.
My other guy, Pierre Gasly.
He finished 7th?
He qualified 5th, and he went down a couple places, which was to be expected from an Alpine car. And I think they did a great job with the aero in this car this year, Mike.
Well, that's because they got Flavio back, and he's not going to... There's not going to be any... It's not a dumpster fire over there anymore. That might be a good car next year. You never know, because they're going to have the Mercedes in it next year. So
I think that's what's missing right now. It's been reported that the Alpine car is a couple horsepower down compared to...
Well, yeah,
all the
there's
other
like they're
cars.
supposedly 50 horsepower down.
I don't think they're 50.
I think it's around 50.
I think it's around like 20
it doesn't matter,
to 30.
but still, if it's 20 or 30, 20 to 50, that's a couple tenths. So
that says great for Pierre, who qualified 5th and finished 7th. Just think if he had an actual engine in that damn Alpine, what he could do.
Well, he will next year.
Pierre Gasly's a good driver, man.
The Doohan kid, he
didn't do too bad.
Where'd he finish? 12th or something?
12th or something like that. Because Antonelli was 11th.
Not after that huge mistake he made in Japan. It's like, and they have Colapinto
waiting in the wings.
He's just waiting.
But
you can see him. You can see him. They take pictures of Calipino in the pits, and he's just like has this really relaxed look. Like
very relaxed.
This dude's gonna be out the car the next Grand Prix, and then I'm gonna show the world what's up.
One thing they do that I've never seen other teams do. They feature a lot of things with Colapinto. Like, he's in ads. They're doing...
because he's from Argentina, right?
Yeah. So if you go to their, like, Twitter or if you go to their Instagram...
He's hugely popular.
He's on there.
Yeah.
Like, they have him, driving the simulator, and they have him talking. You don't see none of the other reserve drivers doing that.
Except, I think Bottas does some of that stuff. Because he's a known driver.
But he's a known driver.
Yeah, he's different. Why he's not in the car this year is weird. He should
be in the car.
He should be in the Red Bull right now, to be honest with you. It's like him or Sainz should have been in the Red Bull. They should have never put Lawson or the Yuki Bear. They should have put a good second driver who's going to be a 10th or 2
You keep talking bad about Yuki.
Okay, if Yuki shows up and he's like a 10th off, I will give you $1.
If you keep talking about Yuki, your hair is going to all fall out.
No, it's not.
You're going to go to bed tonight.
And when you wake up, this dude,
all your hair is going to be falling out. Stop talking about Yuki.
Okay.
It'll be a curse.
Who's the next on the hit parade?
I'm going to tell you.
There's no curse. He's not that good. Anyways, who's the next guy? Max is 6th, right?
Verstappen. Man, he was hot on that damn radio.
Wow, he did not like his car.
He did not.
The car didn't brake very well, and you could see him going through the center of the corner, waiting to put the gas back on because he couldn't. That car looked really bad. It looked bad in Japan, but it looked really bad now.
Why? And they actually brought a couple bits, as you always like to say, to the car this week.
Did they?
Yeah. Why are they having problems with simple things like braking?
Braking is not simple.
No, but I mean...
That's the most important part to driving is braking. You've been in a car. You know how important
but I'm saying, why...
I mean, you spun out all the time, so you were trying to find where the grip was. You never really found it.
I did find it.
Did you?
I didn't start spinning out until I got, like, at least... a couple hours in where I found how fast I can go, and then I wanted to go faster.
And then you found where the limit's at.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just teasing you. Why you get so sensitive?
Because you don't make the salsa when you say
I never said I was going to make salsa. I never said I would make the salsa.
So, tell me why they're having such problems with these brakes. I
have no idea, because their car sucks. It sucked last year. I have no idea. I still think that this car wasn't designed by Newey. I just have a feeling it wasn't designed, because it made no sense. They had the best car in 2023, and they show up with a car.
Like one of the best cars ever.
Yeah, it looks like they show up with a car that looked like a copy of the Mercedes for some reason, with those big, ridiculous cannons down the side, and the intakes were all... I mean, it was like, what? I remember when I saw that car, I was looking at it like, what on earth? This isn't an evolution of the last car. This is a brand new car.
Right.
And it made no sense. It still makes no sense. I still think that Newey had nothing to do with that car.
Is Max in the car next year, or is he going somewhere else?
He might be, because he has a contract for 2026. But remember, Formula One contracts are like, it's like a handshake deal, basically.
Right.
There's a clause in there that says if your car's not competitive, you can bounce. And
I
don't think he'll do it next year, but maybe in 2027. I think he'll stick around for a year just to see what the Ford's going to do. Actually, it's going to be the Red Bull engine. I don't know how much of the Honda engine right now is being made in Milton Keyes. I know they built a whole factory to make engines, and they hired a lot of people. They put a lot of money into that. I mean, supposedly it's like this most state-of-the-art engine, but you still have to have the people, and they went out and got a lot of people. So I have no idea what they're going to do, or how much of the engine right now is being built there, how much is being built in Japan. But next year, I mean, we don't know. It's going to be the engine. The engine's going to be the big deal, like it was in 2014. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, was the Mercedes car the best car? I don't know if it was.
It had the best engine.
And by a lot.
By a lot.
By like 50 or 60 horsepower. It might even have been 100 horsepower.
And they're saying that Mercedes is going to have the best engine again this year.
They might.
Next year.
They might. Because they have... The guy who was running the Mercedes engine is now the principal at Aston Martin. So he's an engine guy, so he might actually do something with the Honda. I mean, because I still think the Aston Martin team is going to be the Honda team next year. I find it hard to believe that it's going to be the Aston Martin Honda team. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. 2 car manufacturers.
Yeah, and then they can paint the car white. It'll be with a red, the what do they call that? The what's the name of the flag? Is it the samurai?
What, you mean Japan's red?
Yeah, the red dot.
Kamikaze thing?
No, it's not kamikaze. That would be
Rising Sun.
I think it's the Rising Sun. But that would look real. That would be a beautiful car because anytime you paint a race car white, it just pops.
Like
the Red Bull last week.
Red Bull, yeah, Toro Rosso
the Toro Rosso got that.
What are they called now? Racing Bulls.
I don't call them Racing Bulls. We call them Toro Rosso because that's what they are. They're
Racing Bulls.
They are
in
Italian
5th place. My main man, your brother from another mother,
Hamilton,
Sir Lewis Hamilton, who qualified 9th.
He was not happy, dude. He was like, "Did you see his interview at the end of the race? He was not happy with it."
What wasn't he happy about?
His piece of shit car he's driving right now.
Okay.
They were like a second off the pace.
So he finished 5th. What he said was, everybody expects me to get into this car and make magic. And he said, don't expect that.
Don't expect that.
He said, I've been driving one car for the last 10 years. This car drives totally different.
He doesn't know how to set it up yet.
He said that.
Yeah. But he might never figure it out because this car's going to be gone in a few months.
No, this is what he said. And I'm going to put it up here for everybody to listen to. He said that what Charles does is he sets it up for practice and he leaves the car the same from practice to qualifying to the race. He doesn't change it.
Oh, okay.
And Hamilton's always tweaking and tweaking. And he says, okay, so that's how Charles is setting it up. He's been here for a long time. I'm going to start setting it up the same way. And then he also says he used engine braking at Mercedes.
What's that mean?
The engine, like, you know how when you downshift in your car and you can use the engine to help slow you down? Yeah. So he did that at Mercedes. He says you can't do that in the Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
He says, so...
That might have been the advantage he had over everybody for a long time because I remember Peter Windsor, who I don't agree with about everything. I agree with him about half the stuff, but he keeps talking about Vettel. When they came into the 2014 season with the new cars, he never figured out how to drive the car, which I think is nonsense. I just think he oh my God, Ferrari so screwed that guy. I was like, and he's still not back in Formula One yet. I can't figure it out.
Because you love Vettel and you always say he's coming back.
He's a four-time world champion. He's won 50-something races. He's been on the podium like 100 times. He's a champion driver. Why he's not in Formula One? He's in the prime of his career. It's like makes no sense.
Because he wanted to be with his family, Mike.
Oh, come on. That's like what every football coach says when they're quitting.
So, going back to Lewis Hamilton, I'm going to have to beep that out.
And you're probably going to have to.
Yeah, I'm going to beep that out. that was ridiculous. I'm going to beep that out. That was so wrong.
It was so wrong.
In so many ways. So Lewis said, so he used engine braking, and then he also says that Leclerc coast, like through the turns, like Lewis is usually a late breaker. He says how Leclerc brakes is he coasts, like
he brakes early and lets the car roll through the center of the corner and then feeds the gas. That's like karting. That's what you're supposed to do in karting.
Yeah, but he didn't do that at Mercedes.
And he didn't have to. He could brake so late and the engine was so powerful.
Right.
He could brake a little later and then just sail it through the corner. He can't do that with his car.
And that's what he's saying. He says, so he has to relearn. And he says it's a great challenge. So he's relearning how to kind of almost how to drive again.
Everybody in Formula One right now has the same exact driving style because of the tires. They have no choice but to drive in a certain way. Like if you look at Fernando back in the day when he was in the Renault, he was sawing on the wheel a lot more. If you see him now, they're just kind of, it's all the same driving style, which kind of is boring, but that's what it is. Because of the tires. The tires suck. The tires have sucked ever since Pirelli's been there. A nice little tire war would be cool.
That would be great. I love Pirelli, Firestone, and all these freaking Goodyear.
Each team should have to have their own tires.
That would be so great.
And they need to make one tire. A super soft tire that can go about 10 or 15 laps.
That's it. I agree with that.
But they're not going to do that. So.
But then you would have at least 2 or 3 pit stops per.
Oh, you'd have 4 pit stops, maybe 5.
Well, if it's a 50.
Because remember, the whole point to a pit stop is they're going to make mistakes in the pit stops. And on the track, these guys don't usually make a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have an H box in there anymore. That's what people used to wait for, is the driver ahead of you making a mistake. And it's usually from shifting, or they cook the corner a little much.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that much because their hands never leave the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that you could tweak it, is to put tires on the car. And I know they'd spend more money on tires, but it's like, they got the money. 400 million people watch a Formula One race. I think they can afford a couple extra sets of tires.
I think it should be super softs, intermediates, and wets only.
No, just super softs and then rain tires. And I don't.
Well, I just said that.
No, you said intermediate. Oh, intermediates.
What
okay.
the fuck? Oh, so you got me cursing now.
Ooh.
What are intermediates?
Never mind.
Okay.
Anyways.
I am right.
But they're not going to do
Mike
that. I don't know why.
Wrong. Yeah.
Because some of these guys have been doing one-stop races. That's hella boring. It's like...
It is really boring.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
There was a race in, I think it was 2004 or 5, and Schumacher pitted an extra time.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernando's sitting in the second place on the podium later in the press conference. He's like, I don't know what happened. He pitted again, and then he beat us. It was like just bizarre. It was like, because Schumacher was that's where his and the Ferrari. That's why the Ferraris were so good, because they would do stints, short stints, because this is back in the refueling days. So they'd put just enough gas in the car to go, like, say 10 or 15 laps, and then they'd do a great pit stop, and that's what they were doing. And then in 2005, they made it so you had to pit more, and that helped out Fernando and the Renault team at the time. So, little facts, dropping knowledge.
Okay, and in
next?
4th place, qualifying in 3rd, was one Charles Leclerc. No, you're not English. All right, Leclerc.
Yeah, he had an okay race.
He had a good race.
But he was off the pace. He wasn't on the pace with the
well, he couldn't.
the Mercedes
he
and
kept Lando. First of all, I was impressed that he kept Lando behind him for as long as he did.
Yeah, but Lando was going to get by him eventually.
And
he did a great. That was the best pass of the day.
You thought so?
Oh yeah. He went on the outside on turn 3.
So I'm gonna say in the first lap, Hamilton passed Leclerc and Norris at the same time.
But then they both passed him back, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's like he.
Well, we're talking about what was the best pass.
It was definitely.
He passed both of them at the same time. That was the best pass.
No, he just got lucky on the start.
Are you telling me to make a pass it has to stick, or can you just make the pass?
No, that's the start of the race, and you can make up positions and you can lose positions, but that wasn't really a pass. A pass is during the heat of the race, and what Norris
Matter of fact, I don't think that was the first, because Hamilton was in 9th.
Did he? So he went by 3 people.
He went by quite a few people on the first lap, but then there was I don't know, maybe it was maybe the laps. It was later on, 8 or 9, I don't know. But there was a time where Lando and Leclerc were battling, and then Hamilton took advantage of their battle because Lando had cooked, I think he spotted his tire going around the turn. He all the smoke came out. I can't remember what that's called right now.
What, locked in the nut?
Yeah, he locked his brake. Okay, going in.
So he flat spotted the tire.
Yeah, and then Charles kind of tried to defend Norris from passing, and then Hamilton went on the outside and passed both of them. I thought that was a really good pass.
I still think the Norris pass on Leclerc was the best pass. Or was it Russell?
But his car's faster. He should.
I know, but
pass
he did a textbook perfect pass. So, anyways, moving on.
So I like Charles.
Who came in?
Charles did great, and I was hoping and praying that Charles was going to make the podium, but somehow Lando Norris, who qualified in 6th and made the podium and finished in 3rd, had a great, I guess, with a recovery.
Oh yeah, because he got a 5-second he got a 5-second penalty for jumping the start, and it was funny because Max is on the radio going, "Lando just jumped the start. Call the authorities.
Tattletale.
But no, they would have. They didn't need Max to tell them that.
But I guess he had rolled like he was perfectly.
It doesn't matter. He was out of his box when the race started, so that's a penalty. Anyways.
I know.
But who was
Klopp? I keep telling you about Klopp. You keep doing it.
Anyways, so Russell was third, and he said he had major problems with the steering.
And he finished second.
No, he finished third.
No, he didn't. Russell finished second.
I thought he finished third.
So Oscar finishes first. He's in the middle. You know, that's the middle podium where you're.
You're right. You're right. King of the world. You're right.
And then the second one is the guy who's on the right, and he's a little bit higher than the guy who's third.
No,
and
I thought Lando had gotten past Russell, but he never did.
Yeah,
he didn't at the end of the race.
He never got past Russell.
No, that's okay.
Russell has been.
He's lucky he finished third, considering if there was no safety car, he wouldn't have finished third.
No, I don't.
He started sixth, and he
made up a lot of places to start though, right off the bat.
Yeah, and he was coming through the field, but it's like he had such a bad qualifying. It was weird.
I'm thinking right now,
Piastri's the
better driver right now.
I mean, he's having. Okay, I don't know if he's the better driver, but I think they're really close in pace and everything. So, and I don't think they're going to have orders at McLaren for sure.
It's going to get better.
I don't know. He better start. He better pick.
Did I say better or bitter? I meant to say bitter.
Oh, they're not friends or anything. What are you talking about?
You don't think they're friends?
Hell no.
Lando?
No.
Lando seems like he's friends with everybody, really. He doesn't seem like he dislikes
He's friendly
anybody.
with everybody, but he is not friends with these people. You're going to let someone...
He's friends with Max?
Yeah, they play video games together. That's it.
And he flies on Max's plane, too. So they're friends.
Okay.
But I think Oscar right now, I think he has more of the intestinal fortitude than Lando does.
Well, he's just had better luck, I think. I think Lando made a couple boo-boos during qualifying.
But he makes more mistakes, Lando
No, he doesn't.
You don't think so?
No. They're pretty equal. They're probably, right now, I would say they're the best driving combination. I think the Ferrari has the second best, and Mercedes has the third best, and they're all fairly equal. But Mercedes has a rookie driver this year, so he's going to make mistakes. There's no ins, ands, or buts about it. But next year...
when Max Verstappen's at Mercedes?
Verstappen is his name.
I said that. Max Verstappen.
You said Verstappen.
Yeah, well, he's going to be in Mercedes.
He's not going to be in the Mercedes.
That's a rumor. I just heard it.
It's not a rumor.
That's what you do to me. Oh, that's a rumor. I just heard it. There's a rumor. Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
and then I go, well, where's the proof? And then you go, oh, I just heard it. Okay,
he's probably talking to all the teams, but I think if Verstappen goes anywhere, he's going to go to Aston Martin. He's going to.
No, that's reserved for Yuki. Because it's a Honda. It's reserved. Honda there's a reservation for Yuki Tsunoda at Aston Martin. And
well, if Lance Stroll leaves, maybe.
Well, Lance Stroll finished, 100th again? He's bad.
He finished 100th.
There's only 20 cars, and he finished 105.
Okay,
he's horrible.
For Lance Stroll to leave Aston Martin, and his dad just sold a chunk of the team to somebody.
Maybe he's going to sell out.
And if he sells out, then he's gone. Then he's gone.
And it might be time.
Well, he's one of the worst drivers ever. He's had. I saw something on YouTube where they showed all his crashes, and it was 20 or something. It was a lot. It was how is he still doing this? You know.
And a lot of the crashes, I saw the same thing that you're talking about.
It was bad.
He doesn't look at his mirrors. He turns right into people.
Yeah, he's not very good.
And he's been doing the same. And what I loved about that one YouTube is he's been doing the same mistakes since karting. The same thing. Did you see him? And then he blames the other guy. It's bro, check your mirrors.
Well, that's a driver though. You never take responsibility for yourself. It's always somebody else's fault. No one wants to hear that crap. My bad.
Give me your dog of the race.
Probably Stroll. He was last, right? Lawson was pretty bad. He said the car wasn't very good.
I'm going to say, oh yeah, right. The car wasn't good. Hadjar did well.
No, he didn't.
He didn't score, but
he was 15th or 16th.
Yeah, but that was because of the freaking safety car screwed.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He never had a really good weekend. He said the car wasn't good either. So,
but Hadjar is obviously a better driver.
Oh yeah, Hadjar is going to be in the Red Bull before too long. So
no, he's not because Yuki's there. Unless maybe if if Max leaves, if Super Max leaves, then
where's he gonna get? Supermax ain't going nowhere.
Dude, he's going.
This idea of him going.
Dude, did you hear him on that radio?
Yeah, he's like that all the time. That's normal.
No, but he was really upset on this radio.
Well, yeah, because he kept coming over the radio and going, "The brakes don't work, and if the brakes don't work, you can't." He got 6. That's all I'm going to say is he's still in the championship hunt. He shouldn't. He's they're going to fix the car hopefully because of the Japanese Grand Prix. I think their car is much better on the high speed corners. Mm-hmm. And this track there's no high speed corners.
Saudi? Will there be
no, Saudi's a point and steer car. That's going to be good for the downforce. So
will there be any passing in Saudi Arabia?
No, there's never any passing.
That track's boring.
It's the worst track on. It's like
between that track and Miami, what's worse?
They're both bad, and the same thing with Vegas. No, Imola's a great track.
Las Vegas is a great race, dude.
Was it?
It's always a great race.
Oh, okay.
There's always it's either first or second in passing every year.
Why didn't they build a track in Vegas? They have money.
But the street track, it's a great race.
I hate street tracks.
But that race is a good. Baku's a street track. That's a great race.
Well, it's okay.
Some years it's really good. Some years it's really
bad.
Well,
it's just a hoopty track. It's not that great. It looks good on the TV.
Yeah.
And it has that huge straightaway.
Yeah, and it has the nice castle.
Yeah. The castle thing is cute, but it's like driving it on the video game is hella boring. It's like there's nowhere to go fast on that track. It's just
except the longest straight in Formula One.
Yeah, the longest straight. But then you have to put downforce on the car, and then all of a sudden you have this 2-mile long straightaway, and it's like, and you have a bunch of downforce on the car, so you're never really going to go all that fast.
So tell me about Saudi Arabia. Why don't you like that track?
Just build a track in Saudi Arabia. It's easy to build a track. They're not even that expensive.
Okay, but tell me why don't you like the track?
Because it's hoopty. It's a point and steer track. It's like there's no. I don't even know why and it's dangerous. That one corner where Schumacher crashed a couple years ago. A couple people have crashed. They're going to kill somebody in that.
You're talking about the young Schumacher, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the other one we don't know where he's.
Right.
No, he's left the building basically.
Yeah. Why do they keep him alive? By the way.
Money? I have no idea. I don't know. We don't know what's wrong with him. Clearly he has a serious brain injury. So, I don't know.
Have we ever even got to see him in these last couple of years? A picture or anything?
Nothing since 2013.
That's something I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm going to segue a little bit. I was thinking about it. I kind of wanted to see, can we see him in his? Can he write? Can he talk?
He's in a hospice care.
Yeah. What?
They won't tell us.
State of care is he in?
Well,
what state of living is he in?
Documentary, and his wife said that he's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing anyone's ever said. They're never going to tell us. He has a serious brain injury, or. And
we're never going to get a glimpse of him.
Who knows if he's even conscious? Who knows? It's like
so sad.
Very sad. Okay, who won the race?
We already talked about. Oh, we haven't talked about
Piastri. Oscar dominated this whole race weekend.
He was never in trouble.
No,
there was never one.
He drove a flawless race. He was always in the lead. He won by a bunch too. Right? It wasn't like 8 or 9 seconds or something. Yeah. Which means he turned the engine down and he still was pulling away from everybody. So.
There was not one time in that race where I was like, he's in trouble. He might get passed by Russell or Leclerc.
That's why I'm saying
Norris.
That's why I said to you this is a boring race.
It wasn't a boring race.
Some stuff happened, but the actual race, who won the race was just like he was just ahead of everyone and just kind of. That's called racecraft. You're ahead of someone and you just stay there.
Yeah.
And
he was never in danger.
No.
Through the whole, it was a flawless. Here we are with the 2 cups again.
Sherman doesn't like 2 cups on the table.
1 cup is made of coffee. 1 cup is made of water. It makes no sense.
I love coffee.
It's cold coffee.
No, that's warm coffee.
So you can make the coffee.
This is a thermos. This will keep it warm for 24 hours.
So you can make the coffee, but you can't make the salsa.
Okay, I've told Sherman this now 20 times. He has to order salsa 24 hours in advance to properly make salsa. You need to take the the peppers and boil them, then blend them with all the ingredients, then put it in the refrigerator, and that takes about 8 hours.
Give me your 1, 2, 3 for the Saudi Arabian
Then you have to
Grand
chop
Prix.
all your onions and tomatoes and cilantro, and then you mix them together, and then it needs another 12 hours for it to do its thing. The end.
Who's winning the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix?
One of the McLarens.
Really?
Yeah, they have the most downforce. They're going to dominate. It's going to be a boring race.
And that's going to be it. Will there be any passing in this race?
Probably not. But there's going to be safety cars, so who knows what will happen, though. That's another thing.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah. Every year they've had a safety car. Because someone crashes on that one corner that's just, for some reason, it's completely flat out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you miss, you hit a brick wall, basically.
I'm going to go with, I guess if it's one of the McLarens, I'll just toss a coin and say Lando's going to make a comeback this week.
Probably.
Then, George Russell has been on every podium this year.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing that people always forget. But when Oscar and Norris are fighting it out and George just keeps making podiums, he could actually sneak in and win this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Because remember, they're going to run into each other at one point.
Sooner or later. Dude, I'm waiting for that. That is the moment that this season takes off.
Because there's going to be a couple places where the Mercedes is going to be good. So, like this circuit might be good for the Mercedes. I don't think so. I think that the four best teams are the McLaren's ahead of everybody.
Right.
Then behind them is it depends on what track they're at. It's either the Mercedes or the Ferrari. And then the
Red Bull.
The Red Bull is like, we don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that car. If a car doesn't break and then you can't get back to the throttle in time. Because if you saw the McLaren going through the center of the corner, they broke, turned in,
gone.
And the Red Bull, he's just sitting there waiting. And it's like, anytime you're in a car and you're waiting to be able to put the gas down, it's like you're in slow motion. It's freaking horrible.
Well, there you have it. It's freaking horrible. And I have no salsa.
I said freaking too, huh?
Yeah, you said freaking, which is good. I'm liking that.
Sherman went to my work and couldn't believe I'm professional.
I couldn't believe. Oh. I couldn't believe it. You're actually a professional.
I know.
I was very impressed. Scary. Tune in as we preview the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix later this week here at America F1. Keep on racing, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing.
I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensive. The wall goes... Whoa. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, boom. China. Bum, bum, bum. Boom.